Hi, we're Tim and Donna Wright. We live in Colinas, Santa Barbara, and Honduras. We would like to share with you what God has called us to do as missionaries with Camino Global. We are very active with the Church Association. The Church Association has approximately 450 churches involved with it, and we perhaps work directly with anywhere from 80 to 100 different churches. One of the things that I really enjoy being involved with more than the rest is perhaps the Casa Digna program. Because the Casa Digna program is one that helps the pastors of local rural churches who have a need to get a house to be able to have adequate housing. And it's an exciting program because that doesn't create a dependency, because we are just there as a help for the Church Association, who is actually doing all of the work and the promotion of developing the financial base for a new house for a pastor. Another exciting opportunity that we have had recently, we share various films amongst the churches here. Two of them in particular have been very effective. The Fireproof movie has been very effective as far as reaching families and bringing couples together. We've also showed the Courageous film, which here in Honduras has a tremendous message for the church. Both of these films have been very well received. We've had some really good comments about them, and we also know that people's lives have been changed because of the information they're receiving on this.
In 2 Timothy, the Apostle Paul told Timothy to study to show himself approved so that he could rightly divide the word of truth. The Berean church was also admonished to study for themselves, to know that the things that they were told were true. For most of us, we can take the privilege of being able to study the word for ourselves for granted. About 20% of Hondurans don't have that privilege. This 20% cannot read the Bible. They can't function in many ways in the community. So one part of my ministry is literacy training, using a program which is developed so that adults can learn to read within about 66 lessons. I teach pastors and Sunday school teachers and other church leaders to be able to teach members of their church and reach out to the community so that these people can learn to read also. These adults are able to read their first sentence within their first lesson, and by the 12th lesson of this program, they're able to read the word Jesus, and by the end of the 66 lessons, they are reading short Bible stories by themselves. The really nice thing about this particular program for literacy is the motto, each one, teach one, so that when an adult now has learned to read, they are encouraged to take what they have learned and teach another adult to read. Not only is this program good for adults, parents can teach their children who don't know how to read after they've learned. It's an exciting program that we can use throughout Honduras, especially in the rural areas, to teach many people to read so that they can enjoy learning about God through the Bible themselves.
Over the last couple of years, we've been involved with a really interesting ministry. This is a ministry that helps local churches who are very poor. They don't have the funds to build their own building, but perhaps there's a group of believers there that want to have a building. And so we have had the opportunity to put in 8 different portable chapels. 6 of them have already been built. Of the 2 projects that remain, one of them is going to be in a location in the south part of the country. And the location is centrally located amongst 20 different communities. And the pastor wants to have pretty much a pastoral training center as well as a local church in this building. So we're excited about the potential outreach that this building can provide and aid these pastors in having. The other one that's really exciting is a pastor approached us about the possibility of helping him in his prison ministry. And the prison ministry is quite interesting right now. As you know, there was a great tragedy a few months ago in Honduras where maybe 350 prisoners were killed in a fire in one of the local prisons. And the pastor that's involved with ministering in one of the prisons has said that he has had a great response to the gospel from prisoners. And he has now a group of men in this prison that wants to have their own church. And we've been asked to put one of the portable chapels inside of the prison. God is really opening some neat doors.